So you mentioned Bayern, and that will move on nicely and onto the next bit. About right now is that there's a vacancy, I guess you can say, even though it is currently held by the caretaker manager. There's a vacancy at the Bayern job, with people talking about, and people linking all sorts of rumors flying around as to who could be the next coach. There have been some people who have been suggesting that Pochettino is going to go to Bayern, and he's the favourite. As a Tottenham fan, that makes me quite worried. Can you calm the fears? Is Poch going to go to Bayern?
Well, I don't know if he's going to go to Bayern, because even if we assume that Bayern like him, and I think that much is true, we don't know what situation both Bayern and Pochettino find themselves when it really gets down to it in March, in April, when that decision will have to be made. Bayern by then might be feeling that Hansi Flick, the assistant coach, is doing such a great job, we can't get rid of him. He has to have the job at least for another year. Or they might feel, you know what, German-speaking manager, even if he especially has a Bayern background like Erik ten Hag would have, the Ajax coach, that is our ideal solution. As much as we like Pochettino, he would have to learn German. He would have to get used to the Bundesliga. He would bring 6 or 7 people, all Spanish speakers. We don't understand what these guys are talking to each other in the dressing room. As much as we like him, maybe it's a little bit too risky. So yes, they like him. Yes, they've looked very closely at him, not just now, but in the past. Whether that actually means that he's going to go there are so many factors involved. I wouldn't worry about it now. I think, and this has nothing to do with Bayern, I think that Pochettino, as far as I know, hasn't decided yet that he wants to leave. And until he makes a decision, everything else is superfluous, because he's only going to start talking to Bayern or Real Madrid, etc., if he decides he wants to leave. And so far, as far as I know, he hasn't decided yet. And if anything, what I'm hearing, whispers, rumors, is that he will try to do what he couldn't do this summer, which is to really have a new team being created and have that rebuild and that revolution that the team needs. But of course, he can change his mind, especially I think if Real Madrid come calling, more so than Bayern, who would probably be a little bit further down his personal list of clubs to go to.